Abogado ni Vice President Sara Duterte, nilamon umano ng buhay si Luistro sa pre-trial. Umani nga ng atensyon ang pre-trial conference ng impeachment case laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte matapos ang ulat na umano'y naging dominante ang lead counsel ng Vice President na si Atty. Sheila Sison sa closed-door proceedings. Ayon sa Politico, sinabi ng isang source nila na tila lamang na lamang ang depensa sa talakayan kung saan si Batangas Representative Zinky Luistro, ang lead prosecutor ng Kamara, ay nahirapan umanong makasabay sa mga argumento ng kampo ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Kinain ng buhay ni Atty. Sison si Luistro sa pre-trial ayon sa source na sinipi ng Politico. Dahil dito, inulat na mas naging aktibo pa si Private Prosecutor Atty. Lorno Kapunan sa mga diskusyon habang nagpapatuloy ang mainit na palitan ng magkapilang panig. Lumabas din ang ulat na naging tensyonado ang ilang bahagi ng pagpupulong hanggang sa kailangan umanong mamagitan ni Senate Secretary Renato Bantug Jr. upang mapanatili ang kaayusan ng pag-uusap. Matapos ang conference, pabirong tinukoy ni Kapunan ang naging init ng talakayan. Period ko ngayon, mainit ulo ko, sabi ni Kapunan.
Medyo nagkaroon ng medyo tension kanina.
Hindi naman, usual naman yan sa pre-trial, yung mga ganyang pagkatalo. So, and we were able to settle it naman. So, I think it was a good morning session. At least we found ways para ma-expedite yung proceedings. So, as you know, mabilis na, nasa marking na tayo ngayon. So, yung mga stipulations, etc. sa susunod, gagawin na lang kasulatan. No? So, we will just need to submit yung aming mga observations sa proposed stipulations, what we will admit, what we will not admit. So, I think it was a good session. Hindi naman nagkainitan. Siyempre, normal naman yan sa trial. No? So, lalo na sa pre-trial, normal naman yan. May mga disagreements. But even then, I think it was good because we were both parties. No? We were able to settle differences. At para mapadali, yan naman ang gusto nating lahat.
Sir, may we have the idea, the reason bakit po kayo nagpunta doon sa room 2-1?
Yun lang, just to discuss kung paano namin mas mapapadali yung pre-trial para wala namang, kasi kung magko-comment about parties, tatagal lang, diba? So, we just really agreed that we found parang siguro a way, no? Para mapabilis yung magiging conduct ng pre-trial. At ngayon nga, nag-move na tayo sa proseso, no? Moving forward. So, we think we have an afternoon session for the market.
Anong context na Tony about the evidence? Medyo nagkaroon.
Hindi, wala. Nothing about the evidence. Nothing about the evidence. It was, we just wanted to find a way para mapabilis, no, yung proposed stipulations, etc.
Last na Tony, do you think how long itong magiging pre-trial?
Hindi natin alam. It will depend kasi ngayon naman marking na tayo ng documents. So, it will just depend on the volume of documents pagdating sa marking.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Atty.
Sorry. Lang. Yung pre-trial brief, para lang kasi we're doing a story for today. Can you kindly tell us kung ano po ginawa nyo ngayon sa pre-trial conference?
So, yung pre-trial brief kasi, ang laman yan ay yung statement of the case, proposed stipulations, an ensuing list of witnesses ng bawat party, tapos yung mga documentary evidence na i-represent natin. So, yan naman ay yan yung pinag-usapan, no, dito sa pre-trial conference basically. So, kanina nga, kung nakita nyo, lumabas kami, nag-usap na about dalawang panig, no, kung paano natin mapapabilis itong pre-trial. Yun ang maganda naman na naging resolution. So, of course, we'd like to thank also the prosecution panel. No? So, at least, maganda yung naging agreements namin. At napabilis naman natin, as you see, no, napabilis natin yung proseso. So, hopefully, this afternoon we'll move forward to marking. Pero as to the details, syempre, hindi pa ako masyadong makashare dahil as you know, we're not allowed to really discuss the details of the case. But at least kung ano na yung nangyari kanina, factual, yun, napag-usapan lang ng dalawang
page by page daw ho? Parang gano'n? Yung pre-trial brief, isa-isang dinadaan?
Hindi po. Well, usually kasi pagdating sa proposed stipulation, siyempre bawat stipulation yan, tatanungin kung i-admit o i-deny. So, para mapabilis sa pag-usapan na lang namin, no, that we both agreed that we will just submit yung aming mga comments dun sa proposed stipulations, whether we admit or deny by Monday, and then yun naman ang narinig kong naging order. At I think it's a good compromise para mapabilis na rin po yung proseso.
Sir, ano po yung bone of contention? Bakit may tense stand?
Hindi naman tense, that's usual. That's usual in pre-trial, you know. Even in the RTC, ganyan yan, no. So wala naman. It's really nothing out of the ordinary, and of course we appreciate the patience also of the clerk of court, no, Secretary Bantu, and the prosecution panel. So ano lang, normal lang yan.
Pero sa estimated number, according to Prosec, 30 plus yung witnesses nila sa inyo.
I can't give you an exact, I don't want to be misquoted, pero nasa ganyan, and then we also have syempre reserve witnesses as a stable. So nasa ganyan, but we'll see how we go.
Kasama daw po sa witnesses sina Sen Llanes, Ombudsman Remulla.
Well, you already reported that, I don't need to confirm that with you.
Ilang buwan ang trial? Ilang buwan ang
Wala
trial?
pa kaming idea sa ngayon. That will really depend on the witnesses that are presented. Diba? So, hindi natin masabi. Ayokong magbigay ng estimate. Baka magkamali tayo.
Pero will it be more than 3 months?
I don't know. Possibly, but I really don't. I can't give a specific timeline.
Thank you, sir.
Pero di ba't kinailangan lumipat kayo sa smaller room?
Wala, para lang mapag-usapan kung ano yung maging agreements ng both parties para mapabilis yung proseso ngayong umaga. Maganda naman na naging usapan.
Thank you, attorney.
Thank you, attorney po.
Under heightened security measures pa rin ba?
Yes, we are still in this.
Until when, sir?
Until I think we're going to talk about it tomorrow or this weekend. We have an assessment of the environment, and then from there we will look kung we can tone down the alert level.
Sir, ano sabi ng NICA, ng AFP, tsaka PNP dun sa tinatanong nyo sa kanila, no, sa verification ng threat?
Continuous yung validation. Gano'n naman yun eh. We never discount or yung mga sinasabing intelligence reports. We always verify and validate the reports.
Sir, yung pag-uusap na gagawin nyo with Senwin yan?
Yes,
To
of course.
assess?
Because he is the one who's going to make the decision.
Pero sir, yung wala kayong na-request na augmentation from the PNP today?
Today? No, it's their usual deployment.
Sir, moving forward, sa pagdating ng impeachment proper, kailangan ba ng mas maraming contingent ng police dito? Ano pong nakikita niyo?
Depende yun eh. Depende. That's why, recently we held a interagency security coordinating conference. So it's going to be a continuing activity. So doon namin titignan kung paano kami magde-deploy ng mga tao inside and outside of the Senate House.
Pero definitely, dadagdagan ng security force pag nasa impeachment proper na.
Kung kinakailangan, kung dadagdag tayo.
Just to be clear, sir, at present, tinuturing pa rin natin na meron pa rin security threat as reported last time.
Of course. Kasi unless otherwise na merong dumating na information na talagang wala na threat, that's the only time that we can really say na wala nang threat dito sa Senate.
And that confirmation, sir, manggagaling siya sa AFP, PNP, NICA?
That confirmation will come from all the security intelligence communities.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Salamat po. Sir,
Congrats, sir.
Ma'am, kamusta po ang nangyari sa loob?
Sa gilid.
Pero medyo nagkainitan, ma'am. Yung mga ganun.
Hindi, kasi period ko ngayon, may init ang ulo. Sir,
Tapos tayo.
Pero pwede mo.